Have you ever felt the sting of being ghosted? One moment, you're texting, sharing plans, and building a connection, and then suddenly silence. No explanation, no warning, just nothing. In today's fast-paced world, ghosting has invaded every corner of our lives. Romance, friendships, and even family ties. It's become the easy way out for many, leaving behind confusion, self-doubt, and emotional scars. Why has ghosting become the norm? And how do we deal with it more importantly? As someone passionate about conscious living, I've faced ghosting firsthand. It's not just a personal issue, it's a societal one, reflecting our increasingly disconnected world. Let's break down the layers of ghosting and explore how we can protect our emotional well-being. The layers of ghosting: family, romance, and friendships. Family ghosting. When ghosting happens within families, it cuts deeper. Family is supposed to be your safe space, but when someone close suddenly vanishes without a word, it feels like a betrayal. Whether it's a distant relative or someone you thought you could always rely on, the silence can leave lifelong scars. How best to deal with this and protect yourself? Establish healthy boundaries with family members who overstep. Protect your peace, but stay open to communication when it's safe. Romantic ghosting. Romantic ghosting is the most well-known and often the most heartbreaking. You're sharing your hopes, dreams, and affection, and just when things seem to be blossoming, they disappear. No explanation, no closure, just a haunting silence that leaves you questioning your worth. They seemed perfect, but in the blink of an eye, they vanished, leaving nothing but confusion and heartbreak behind. How best to deal with this and protect yourself? Remember, romantic ghosting is often more about the other person's emotional immaturity than about your value. Hold on to your self-worth. Friendship ghosting can be just as painful. One day you're inseparable, and the next, they've stopped answering your calls or making plans. The sudden distance can feel confusing, especially when you believe your friendship was built on trust and loyalty. How best to protect yourself? Focus on friendships that are reciprocal and fulfilling. If a relationship feels one-sided or draining, it might be time to let go. The impact of ghosting: why it hurts so much. Lack of closure. Uncertainty can be more painful than a tough conversation, leaving you in a state of emotional limbo. Damage to self-esteem. Being ghosted often leads to self-doubt, making you question your worth and ability to form lasting connections. Emotional fallout. Ghosting erodes trust and makes it harder to open up to new people, causing emotional walls to build. How to protect yourself from ghosting and avoid ghosting others. The solution? Intentional, conscious connections. By living mindfully and prioritizing our self-worth, we can build healthier, more authentic relationships. Here's how. Set boundaries early. Communicate your needs and expectations from the beginning to avoid misunderstandings. Prioritize self-care. Strengthen your self-worth so you don't rely on others for validation. When you value yourself, others will follow suit. Invest in meaningful connections. Focus your energy on people who show genuine interest and effort. If someone is consistently distant, it's okay to let them go. Communicate with compassion. If you need to end a relationship, be kind enough to offer closure. A simple conversation can prevent unnecessary heartache. Your turn. Let's talk about ghosting. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been ghosted, or maybe you were the one who disappeared? Whether it was a romantic partner, a friend, or even a family member, share your story in the comments below. Feeling brave? Tell us who ghosted you, first names only. Let's create a safe space where we can openly discuss the impact of ghosting and start the healing process together, because no one deserves to feel invisible. Make sure to follow me so you don't miss the rest of this important series on how ghosting is impacting modern relationships and how we can overcome it. Let's heal together.